Alright boys, it is time once again to cover the top 10 champions for patch 14.10. This is a mid-season patch, and there are some clear winners with these changes, and some clear losers. So let's get into it. Starting with the losers who are ready to cry, and that is going to be the top laners. Unfortunately, this patch, they are the clearest loser. There isn't much change for top laners, as they were given all of the good stuff at the start of Season 14. That being said though, Camille still holds an iron grip as the queen of top lane, with her hardest matchups slowly fading out and items benefiting her more and more. It is no surprise that Camille should be your pick in top lane. Now, our tip for Camille plays this week is going to be surrounding bans. If you are on the blue side, we recommend banning Jax, as this matchup is borderline unplayable for Camille. The reason we ban it on blue side specifically is because if the enemy holds counter pick for their 5th pick, then after showing you blind picked Camille, Jax will be their answer. For red side, we recommend banning Poppy. While she might not be as oppressive as a matchup for Camille, she is very annoying to deal with and can find ways to keep you out of the game. Our other top lane winner for 14.10 is going to be Garen. Now, we know Camille is the Garen counter, so we still have to ban to keep her out of our games if we plan on locking in Demacia. But the reason we believe Garen is going to be slowly making a comeback is due to 2 items being back to how they were before. Stridebreaker having Tiamat and being able to help wave clear plus slow, and Phantom Dancer being a pure attack speed stick that Garen can abuse for tons of cheap damage. 14.10 made it so Phantom Dancer now gives 60% attack speed and makes you ghosted. Without the full auto requirement to unlock more attack speed, Garen can now cheaply spend 2600 gold for a huge steroid to win the lane phase. Now, Garen, Camille, they're both looking kinda tight, but do bear in mind that these are just suggested champs on this list. Click the link in the description box below right now to sign up to GameLeap.com and master every single champion covered in this video. We've got hundreds and hundreds of guides authored by challenger coaches for every role and scenario you can think up. We're talking macro guides, champion-specific courses, laning deep dives, and more. So again, hit the link below right now to sign up. It's gonna be awesome. Next up, mid lane in this patch also has a few winners. One became a top tier mid due to Blackfire Torch, while the other got a reverted nerf that now makes him a laner again. Starting off with the first winner, Brand is back in mid lane and he is more annoying than ever. Blackfire Torch works really well off one in-game synergy, and that is burn. Naturally, Brand's entire kit is kind of themed around burning nerds, and so burning targets for percent HP, and then introducing this item to him with it being so mana efficient and damage heavy, Brand is back to terrorizing the mid lane. A tip for Brand is to not worry too much about landing your Q on the enemy. Lane phase for you will be centered around casting a spell on the wave, then pressing E on an ablaze target to spread the burn damage onto the enemy mid. Slowly but surely, the chip damage will eat away at them, and you will win the lane eventually via attrition. The other mid lane winner is a little bit of a strange one, and we're gonna go with Viego. The Ruined King is back in mid yet again due to his passive autos now giving him HP regen, and the new rune Absorb Life being introduced to the game. Viego is a really good mid because of his sustain, allowing him to force shove waves and heal, then using that prio to roam like a jungler because he has such a strong early game skirmish setup. The key to Viego mid is within the runes. You want to go press the attack or conqueror depending on how squishy or tanky the enemies are, then take Absorb Life for sustain in lane. Now this is where you overkill it. Take Second Wind and Doran's Shield for maximum sustain in mid lane versus any matchup. Mages, tanks, assassins, and you are unkillable. Use this cheesy strat to pick up some easy LP before it's too late. Jungle has finally gotten a big change, and it is due to one item, and that is Blackfire Torch. This item alone has made it so AP junglers are the most broken thing probably in the world right now at the time of shooting this video. Being able to full clear and buy Fated Ashes, which allows you to clear even faster and deal burn damage, is crazy. That is why Karthus is back on top as the literal best jungler of the patch. Karthus already excels at full clearing insanely quick, so for him to be rewarded with Fated Ashes is insane, as he now gets a very big spike in damage and clear speed, so he will now be able to get level 6 faster, and can duel as well as a full Grit Graves simply because of the damage output. So make sure to abuse Karthus fast before Blackfire Torch gets inevitably nerfed. Lilia is also in favor of rushing Blackfire Torch and Fated Ashes because she is a mini Karthus. She has a very fast clear, wants to get to level 6, and her only weakness was being unable to consistently fight early. But with Fated Ashes, Lilia can abuse this item to her full advantage. If you pair it alongside her passive, which already does a burn, you can stack Blackfire Torch with Liandry's and finish it off with a Rylai's to be the most annoying deer in existence. The only drawback to this item being so OP is that it gives AP champions so many options to choose from. With Blackfire, Liandry's, and Malignance all being so good, you must now actively think and choose which 2 items you are going to slot in. And alright, we've made it to the ADC role. Let's cover it. ADCs are the clear winners of this mid-season patch, with Corki being reverted back to an ADC, and the faster snowballing champions such as Draven and Samira popping off once again. First, let's talk about Corki. There are a lot of changes to his kit, but the 3 main points you need to know is package is a thing of the past. Instead, you have true damage on crits. The second is your E is insanely OP and is now the first ability you should max for trading and shredding. And lastly, Triforce plus Infinity Edge allows you to one-tap targets like never before. When you think about it, we really are back to what Corki used to be before being a mid-lane package objective slave bot. And who would want to be such a thing? You will spike on every completed item and are very strong early, so our tip for you on Corki is to learn how strong Corki is through some limit testing and report back to us with your own findings. Right now, we are about 13-2 in the Game Leap discussion over Corki. Draven and Samira are the other 2 winners that we will mesh together this week, as they both use the same items in order to snowball a win. Collector, Infinity Edge into Bloodthirster is the quickest way to hit almost 250 AD as an ADC. These champions love spiking on 1 item, while right now the other ADCs need 2 or 3 items to fully come online. While other ADCs need to play safe and scale up to BF Sword to keep their builds on tempo, Samira and Draven love scrapping it out to get either a Dirk or cash out enough kills to get the BF Sword first anyways. So that being said, make sure you hover these champions in Champ Select in order to persuade your supports into picking Engage champs. Because let's be honest, the only counter to these 2 champions is their own support player pick. And finally, and unfortunately, supports are the other losers of this patch, as nothing really changed for them item-wise. The meta is still the same, with Nautilus and Blitzcrank still being at the top. However, there is one support who shines brighter than anyone else, and that is Thresh. Thresh is such a versatile champion, being able to act as both a range harass support and a hook engage one. The reason why Thresh is reclaiming the support throne is due to the ADCs listed before. Those ADCs love engaged supports and hate enchanters. Enchanters were Thresh's worst matchups, as they are small, fast, and difficult to hook. With the support pool changing back to Fight Club, it is time for the Undead Reaper to hook you some free LP. And hey man, that is it for our complete list of the top 10, well, I suppose it was about 9 biggest winners of patch 14.10. And now we pass it on over to you. Which champ did we miss? What champ are we sleeping on? What champ are you absolutely shredding nerds and geeks with in patch 14.10? Let us know down below in the comments. And hey, while you're down there, why not hit the link at the top of the video description to sign up to GameLeap.com, where we have hundreds of challenger authored guides waiting to boost your LP. With guides for every role and just about every champ, there is something for everybody. So yeah, click the link, sign up, it's gonna be sweet. For now, thanks for watching guys, hope you all did enjoy, and we're gonna catch all of y'all just a tad bit later.